guys, and welcome to episode 12 of the CamijoKnit podcast. My name is Camilla, and I am the owner of the knitting wear designing company CamijoKnit. And you can find me as CamijoKnit on Instagram, Facebook, Ravelry, anywhere else, actually, everywhere on the social media. I will be CamijoKnit. I have this YouTube channel. I talk about my designs, my knitting, anything yarn related. Actually, I talk about yarn. Also, I have different like playlists here on YouTube, so you can. Sometimes I do like vlogs where I show a little bit more of my everyday life and what I do on a normal Sunday or normal weekend. And also I do some tutorials, so I don't have that many yet, but I hope that that will be a thing that I do. And yeah, apart from that, I do work as a teacher and a knitwear designer, so you can find all my patterns on Ravelry and also the Danish version of Ravelry that is called Yarn Book. So if you are a Danish knitter and you prefer a Danish site, you can go to Yarn Book. Today I'm podcasting to you from my home, as always, here in Denmark, but also I am filming this on a Saturday. I usually do my podcasts on Fridays, but this Friday I had to work because the last Friday before like a fall break, we call it here, we have like spring break, except it's in the fall. So the kids are out of school for the whole next week. So the last Friday before this vacation, all the kids at my school have like a special Friday, and we do all sorts of outdoor things. Usually we do things where you combine, like you have like groups with like the older kids and the younger kids. But this year, because of the corona, we couldn't split the classes and mix with each other, so this year's was a little different. But we had a very nice day and the sun was out and it was a crisp fall morning and day, and we had a good day outside. We always have like a sport day on the outside on the last Friday before this vacation, and it's called like Exercise Friday. And in the old days when I was a kid, that meant we just went for a long walk in the woods or wherever people's school were located. But now it's more advanced and we do different things. But yeah, so I had to work this Friday. I usually don't work at the school on Fridays, but I had to do that this Friday. So that's why my podcast is going to be a little late this week. I am filming today on Saturday, October 10th, but I will be uploading this tomorrow on Sunday. So yeah, I apologize for being a little out of my own schedule, but yeah, sometimes life just gets in the way. So that's the way it is. Today I'm going to show you some of the designs that I've been working on. The last time I showed you the Birch bubble vest, and that is actually being tested right now, and the testers are doing a really good job. You can, if you're curious, you can see, if you search on Instagram on the hashtag Birch Bubble Vest, you can see some of the versions that has already been made. And it looks like the pattern is working out good. I didn't have any complaints or anything like that. So hopefully this will be a quick release. So as soon as the testers are done, I just need to translate the pattern into English. That is always the least fun part, I think. And then, yeah, this is ready. So I'm hoping in the beginning of November this will be out. I have just cast it on because my youngest daughter Esther, she wanted a bubble vest as well. It's always such a compliment for me when my girls want some of my designs for themselves. And since the first one I knit that in my oldest daughter's size medium, and so she's wearing that. She's been wearing it to school a few times, and now my youngest one, Esther, wanted one as well. So I was just gonna show you my progress. I really did. I just cast it on for this yesterday. It's she picked this. I will show you the yarn. It is one strand of Pinta, and this yarn I have also used for my purple socks. That will be a pattern, but I'm not done writing that pattern yet. So this is the color. Let me just show you the color numbers right here. And this is a yarn from Pasquale, and it is a merino silk rami blend, and it's a very nice blend. And the mohair is, I have it in the bag. The mohair is this Tilia from the Danish Filcolana, and it is the colorway 358. And they just look perfect together. Almost looks like that was in the same dye bath. But it is two different brands, so they just luckily match very well. So I am working on a Birch bubble vest for Esther. And I'm thinking I will be done by the time the pattern is out, so I can have some pictures of both the girls in two different sizes of the vest. So yeah, that's this is a nice project. I love the combination of the fingering weight yarn merino and the silk mohair. That combination is just the best. And the needle size 4mm or US 6, that's just my favorite needle. So this is a good project. I just want to show you something. I have a friend, and she just gave birth to a little girl, and of course I have to knit her something. I already gave her the blanket for a baby blanket for Frances, was for her. And now that the girl was born, I just completely forgot to knit her like a garment. So I just did this like a bubble cardigan. And it looks like the baby bubble cardigan, but this is DK weight yarn. And I don't have a pattern yet, but I will be making a pattern for a baby bubble cardigan in a DK weight yarn, because I want to make this go up to maybe a size, this is a newborn, and I will make it all the way up to maybe a size 8 years. The baby bubble cardigan that is out now is in fingering weight yarn, and it's, I don't remember the largest size, I think maybe 2 years, maybe not even. I really can't actually, I have the pattern right here. Yeah, see, in Denmark I sell the patterns as prints. Let me just see the oldest. Oh, okay, so 3 years. You can do the baby bubble cardigan up to 3 years. But I would just really wanted it to make it in a DK weight and go up more than 3 years, maybe, I don't know, 8. I don't know if an 8-year-old, well, I'll think about that. But I just thought that it was good to have something really warm for the winter. I knitted in a cashmere merino from Ravelry, and not this colorway. This colorway is called Antique. I did it in the colorway Mud. I think I actually have that, the rest of the skein here. It's, yeah, it's not pink, but it has like a beige or a warm feel to it. This is the, if you just want to know the colorway. And this is 80% merino and 10% cashmere and 10% nylon. And this is 212 meters per 100 grams. So this is yeah, DK weight. And yeah, this will be a pattern at some point. I didn't write much down. I just kind of went with the measurements that I know for newborns, and I did this. So I will be washing this in a soap and sending this to her as soon as possible. And then I will be writing a pattern for this, but this is not first priority. I have other things that I need to do first. I'm working on my sweater in the, I showed the colors before. It is in the colorway Adelaide from Madeline Tush, and it is the silk mohair. Is called, it's in the base Impression, and this is the Merino Light, both the same colorway. And I'm making a turtleneck sweater, and it's actually a little bit hard to show because it's on a smaller wire. It kind of squishes the whole thing together. And I will see if I can make this work. It's gonna be a turtleneck with raglan, like this. And I still have some way to go before I split 4 sleeves, but yeah, I did make some progress, I guess. And this is, yeah, because this is like the Birch bubble vest, one of my favorite yarn combinations. This pretty much knits itself, or maybe not, but it's yeah, I love to knit on this, so that's very nice. So it's a good thing I have the whole next week off from work, so I have some time to work on these patterns and do some knitting. Calico bag, it's still my favorites. It doesn't have a name tag anywhere, I don't think, so I can show you. I will link to her shop down below because she really deserves a lot of attention with these gorgeous project bags. So let me just drink some of my tea. Yeah, if any of you saw my vlog from last weekend, I did talk about making another version of the baby blanket for Francis. I have some leftovers from some old projects. This is old baby alpaca from a Danish yarn company called Cardigan, and I'll just show you the tag so you can see baby alpaca, Cardigan. And this is, I was hoping I could, it would say like yardage. Yeah, so 500 meters for 100 grams or 250 meters for 50 grams. So this is, yeah, I don't know if this is actually lace weight then. I'm thinking it is. But I have these 3 gorgeous colors: brown, purple, please help me with a color like this that is like a natural undyed color, but still it's not gray, it's warm, it's like a beige. But what would you call this color? I'm not sure what to call it. Okay, and the last one is yellow. So these are the 4 colors that I'm gonna use in the original baby blanket for Francis. I actually do 9 different colors. Here I'm only gonna do these 4. And this is gonna be the color that goes through the whole project. This is silk merino. And I have made some progress that I will show you. I started out knitting this blanket as I wrote the pattern in stockinette stitch, but I was just curious to see how it would turn out if I just knitted in garter stitch. So this is my progress so far. I have brown in the bottom, and then I have the purple, and then the natural beige color on top. And after this, it will be the yellow. And I'm kind of thinking, when I did the garter stitch version, it was a little, it was like the shape of a diamond, but this way. And I'm thinking this will be the opposite, because it's garter stitch. The stitches will kind of get closer this way. So I'm thinking maybe the diamond will be the opposite, but I'm sure that when I wash it and block it, I can make sure that this will turn into a square. And then at the end, I'll just crochet a border around it. And if you know, you can crochet any kind of border on a blanket like this, and do, I don't know what that's called in English, but when you do these gorgeous crocheted, like it looks like a lace pattern border all the way around, that would look cute too. Yeah, but yeah, the good thing is that the baby, this is for another baby and it's not due quite yet, so I have plenty of time for this. And now all my yarn fell on the floor again. But I did in my vlog talk a little bit about striping, because when you stripe, it's always a good idea to change between a dark and a lighter color. And here it's a little problem, because the purple, the beige, and the yellow are all light, and the dark one is the only dark. So here yeah, it was a little hard to decide the best way to do the stripings, but I'm just gonna go ahead and see what happened. So this is a nice project. I love just, you can just knit back and forth, and so this is a mindless knitting project, and I really enjoy that as well. So last time I was talking about, I wasn't sure whether I should be knitting the Big Brother sweater for my husband in the gorgeous green alpaca fino from Pasquale, or if I should come up with a new design. And I wanted to do like a simple Fair Isle pattern for guys. And then I actually did write the company to get some contrasting color, and this is like a really nice hunter's green or a deep forest green. So I wanted like a light gray. So I actually did write and to get some in the gray color. Someone wrote me to go for like a beige. So I changed my mind. So instead of the gray, I got this like a warmer, I don't know what you would call it. Yeah, I don't know, like a warm gray beige. So these two will be a sweater for, it will be for my husband, but I will be making another pattern for guys, and this will be on a maybe 4 or 4.5 millimeter needle. I'm not sure yet. I'm gonna have to test this, but I have a great idea and I can't wait to get started on this. But I have to wait because I have another thing on my needles. Yeah, it's a little stressful actually when I have too many design upcoming patterns going at the same time. And then on the other hand, it's good to be able to, when I get sick of a project or if something is not behaving like I wanted to, it's good to just, leave that for a while and go back to something else that's working. And with this project, that's going to be the Marcella sweater, I'm happy that this is not my only project, because yeah, it has been a little difficult, I think. And this is not gonna be any good with this lighting that I have today. It's almost dark outside. It's 6:30 in the evening, and I just really wanted to film today. Yeah, it would just be nice to film today, and I was just in the mood, and so yeah, it looks like this so far. and I'm sure it's going to be pretty, but the gauge has been not really going my way. I had the whole pattern calculated with a gauge that said 22 stitches per 10 centimeters, because I know when I work Fair Isle I usually have a fewer stitches per 10 centimeters, and this has a gauge of 27, and that means the size that I'm knitting is actually gonna be smaller than what I thought. So yeah, so I'm not sure if I should just be adding another row of increases or what to do, but yeah, it's a little, I don't know. I'm not sure what to do about this yet, but I love the yarn. This is it is Silky Yak from Fru Valborg, and yeah, this is a collaboration we did together, Petra and me, and the colors are gorgeous and I love the yarn. So this is not Petra's fault, this is just me having issues with this design, and the only thing is that I could actually just finish the sweater and it will be gorgeous, but it will not be my size and I really want this for me. So yeah, I need a long day during this vacation where I get up and just put my mind in this project and work out a plan for this. I'm sure it will turn out good, but sometimes there are bumps along the way and not everything goes as planned when you work with yarn and math at the same time. So I think that's everything I have right now, and so I did not have time to plan to talk about a certain yarn, but I will say just very short that both the small baby vest that I did and also the yarn that I'm gonna knit a sweater for my husband are both DK weight yarns, and I know that DK stands for double knitting, so DK weight yarn is just the same as if you take 2 strands of fingering weight yarn. And I have a few patterns done in DK weight. I have a sweater called Tundon sweater. That was one of my first patterns. It's a Fair Isle pattern that I really like, and it's a good pattern to be working with colors. And the Nina cardigan sweater is in DK weight, and the Herman Ö shawl is in DK weight, and some of my hats, the bubble hat is also in DK weight. And I think the good thing about the DK weight yarn is that you can get a gauge and not have to use silk mohair. I know that some people are just so sick and tired of silk mohair by now, and they think it's too warm and they have a feeling of like having hair in their face and they just don't like it very much. And also DK weight yarn is just easy. You don't have to knit with 2 strands, and you can knit a sweater or a cardigan in almost no time, or that's a lie, but you know, it doesn't take as long because you can use bigger needles. With DK weight yarns, I always also have this, and I think was it the last episode or the episode before that, I talked about single ply yarn. And this yarn that I have from a Danish woman, Charlotte, who has the company Hand Dye, she has this Merino, I think she calls it Merino 200, I'm not sure. But she has this yarn that's that's 1 ply, and that's a very nice yarn. I really like the 1 ply. I did the bubble hat in her yarn, and I have also done the Marie Lykke sweater in one ply yarn, but that was from Fovelbo in a base that she doesn't carry anymore. But you can still get like one ply yarns that's DK weight. I'm not sure at anywhere, but I know that some hand dyers have that yarn. I don't think I have ever seen hand dyed yarn one ply from a non-indie dyer. I don't think I've ever seen it in the store. I'm not sure about that. But this is 3 different DK weight yarns. Let me just show you one that I have also used a lot. And this is the Peruvian Highland wool from Filcolena, which is merino yarn. No, it's not merino yarn because it's Highland wool. It's not merino, it's Highland wool. But this is an affordable yarn. So if you want to do like the Nina cardigan or any other DK weight patterns, this is more pricey yarn. And there are some very good affordable alternatives. Just want to point that out. You can always find. I know that the Cascade, is that an American brand? I think Cascade yarn. Is it called Cascade 220? Maybe I'm just making things up. But that's also, I think, in the States a more affordable yarn. So you can get DK weight in any price class, and you don't always have to buy the very expensive hand dyed. I do that every now and then. Sometimes it just gives a little extra, for me, happiness if to knit with some hand dyed. And you can just use this or these more expensive types of hand dyed yarn for the striping, or for buy one skein and knit yourself a nice hat or mittens or something like that. So yeah, so the yarn talk for the day is just a little talk on DK weight yarn. If you have any questions about DK weight yarn, or please let me know. I will see if I can answer or figure out the answer. But as with the fingering weight yarn, DK weight yarn comes with, I have a yarn or a hair or something here. DK weight yarn also comes like 2 ply, 4 ply. I don't know the highest. I mean, I think this might be 6 ply. Sometimes it will tell you on the label. It doesn't say on this one, but I think this is a 6 ply. This alpaca is a 2 ply, and this is a 1 ply. Okay, I think that's enough for the DK weight talk. The last thing. Okay, I have to remember something, because the last episode I talked about the vest, and then there was someone wrote me saying, is this not, why do you call this a vest? Is it not called a slipover? And then I got confused because, or actually just curious, because I didn't know the difference between a vest and a slipover. And I know that Petite Knit, who is also a Danish knitwear designer, she calls her vests slipovers. So I think in Danish you would call this, the right term for this is a slipover, because it is something that you just slip over your head. But when I tried to see what was the right word in English, it was very hard, because it seems like there's a huge difference between what you would say in the States, in Australia, in England, Scotland, Ireland, any English-speaking country. It seems as if it has different meanings. So a vest would more be like for a guy when he has wearing a suit, that underneath that he will have a vest. But and I also read that somewhere it's like the same as like underwear, like a top. So I just thought it would be so interesting to hear where you come from. So please let me know down below. What would you call this? Is this a vest or a slip over, or what would you call this? And please also tell me where you're from, which country. So just say Great Britain, slip over, or Great Britain vest, or Sweden vest, or whatever, because I'm just so curious of what people will call this, because right now it's called a vest, and I don't care if I should call it a slip over. I will be happy to change it. I just want to make sure that I name it something so that people know what I'm talking about. So if I call it a slip over and everyone besides Denmark don't understand why it's called a slip over, then there's no reason for me to call it a slip over. I just want to use the word that as many people as possible would associate with this piece of garment. So let's make this into a little study in knitwear language. So please let me know what you would call this and what country you're from, because that's a fun little study, I think. So yeah, I would be really happy if you want to participate in this little language investigation. That would be fun. I just want to see my plans if I forgot something. Okay, so I have already been talking for 33 minutes, so I think maybe I should hurry up a little bit. I need some good ideas or some advice on what to do with some of my scrappy sock yarn. I have showed you the last time my I don't even remember actually if I showed you this the last time, but I will show you now. I have been working on a corner to corner scrappy blanket, and for this blanket I only use fingering weight yarn 1 ply, and it's getting somewhere actually. It is as wide as I want it to be, so I have stopped increasing. Oh no, I haven't done that yet, but I will do that very soon. Once I crochet back to this this side, I will stop increasing, and this will just go in a straight line. And I'm really liking this project, and I really enjoy crocheting this, but since I for some reason made a rule that this is only for 1 ply yarn, I cannot add my sock scraps. And I want to show you if I can find it somewhere. What I really would like some ideas or inspiration is to make a scrappy blanket with my scrappy socks. And I did 2 of these because I thought I wanted to make a cozy memories blanket, I think is the right, I think that's what it's called. I made these 2 and then I got so bored. I don't know why this is just not appealing to me. It's picking up stitches and then casting on stitches and then knitting those together. I think it's a lot of ends I have to weave in and a lot of picking up, casting on stitches that I don't enjoy very much. So it's not gonna be this project. And in this box I have some actually I have 6 of these small squares that I have crocheted in this wool. So that's another scrappy project. So I don't want to do another blanket with these is it called granny squares? I'm not sure if you would call this granny squares, but so I already have this going on, so I want something else for my sock yarn. So in this bag I have some of my scraps from some of my socks, some for velvet yarn, and some, yeah, metal and touch. I have different kinds of cute leftovers, and I was kind of thinking to do another like a granny square blanket where you just crochet back and forth, but then I wasn't sure, do I just take one skein and crochet that until I have no more yarn left and then take another one, or is it prettier if you do like one row, switch another row, or yeah. So I really need some inspiration for a scrappy project for my leftover socks, so I could use a little bit of some good ideas. That would be nice. Okay guys, so I think that's it for now. You can see that it turned dark outside while I was sitting here, so I hope the lighting wasn't too bad. Yeah, I have the next week off, so I might be doing a day in the life, maybe, I'm not sure. I will be working. I have some big news, maybe not big for you, but big for me news that I will be able to share hopefully by the next time I podcast, I hope so, in around 2 weeks or so. Yeah, so I will be wrapping this up. Thank you so much for joining me. If you want to support me, please subscribe to this channel. That actually do mean a lot. And you can also turn on notifications down at that little bell in the corner. You can turn on notifications so that whenever there's a new episode out, you get a little notification, so you know there's another episode or vlog or whatever out from me. Yeah, so please do subscribe and give me a thumbs up. That actually do means a lot. So thank you so much for watching. Have a nice week. See you soon. Bye.